Hey, what's up, guys? It's Dustin Steiner from Esports Max. I'm joined once again by bTri Nuckledu. How are you doing today, Nuckledu?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, doing well, man. So, tell me a little bit about what you've been up to since I last talked to you as CEO. How was your Evo and your run up to now?
Well, Evo, I did pretty good, better than I expected. I got 17th place, and there was like I think 1,800 people that enter. I'm not sure, like, yeah. Like, it's pretty much the same. Like, I got kind of better results, but I'm still not satisfied with just second place,
Someone's got to come in second, right? And you've stepped up your game. It's certainly kind of like brought yourself up from where you were before. And people have taken notice. Like in our own power rankings, you've been moving up the ladder. You were 7th last month. This month you moved up to, I think it was 5th or so, something like that.
Really?
I think so. Yeah, you moved up a little bit. So, how does it feel to get the respect of the community like that?
Well, I usually don't like those kind of opinions. I usually don't let it affect me, like, positively or negatively. Like,
sure.
I usually just try to play, and like top 10 in America or not, I'm just gonna play the same. Like, I don't want to have any kind of entitlement,
Sure.
So like, because I feel like that just makes me play worse.
Okay.
So yeah.
Right on. All right. So you've joined up with Black Triangles now. How has that been for you? You're kind of I believe you're the CEO of Up Your Game as well, or did that change? What happened with that?
Well, when I went to New Jersey, there was a lot of bad things that happened, and like not bad with the UIG, but just in my life, personal life, and like a lot of changes occurred, and I had to step down. I couldn't take the responsibility. And I didn't want to let people down, but I just, because they were really excited to have me.
Right.
But life comes first. So.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. But you're still rapping bTri then?
Yes. Black Triangles. They sponsor me for First Attack, Summer Jam, and this event.
Okay.
And those events, I've placed, I think, second place in both. Except Summer Jam, I got 4th, but hopefully I could, pass second place, because I hate second place. I absolutely despise it.
Well, I mean, it's better than 16th or lower. It's still pretty good.
But yeah, I'm still sponsored by Black Triangles.
All right, cool. Talk to me a little bit about your match against Dieminion last night. You actually, ended up edging him out. How was your mindset going into that match? And can you talk to me a little bit about the match itself?
Well, we played a 2 out of 3 set at Evo, and it was a casuals set, but I actually won that set. Like, I was wondering why I won, and I was like, probably because I was playing casuals. I wasn't nervous. So last night I played, and like I wasn't nervous at all. I was confident. Like, I guess when I have confidence, like not too much ego, but just confidence in my play, then I usually come out on top. The same thing happened in Puerto Rico when I played against Justin, and I was super confident, and I came out on top on that too. So I think it just has to do with confidence when it comes to me losing.
Now that Ultra's been out for a few months and you've had time to really dig into the metagame, how do you feel Guile's stacking up? Do you think he's a lot weaker than he was, or are you having more issues and having to resort to other picks?
Guile, I'm having more issues playing against people I usually do not struggle with, and yeah, Guile got nerfed, but other characters got better for no good reason. And yeah, Guile overall is a bit weaker, like maybe right outside of top 10, but no, probably a little bit less.
Right.
But yeah, the health nerf, the sonic boom nerf, it was unnecessary, because they really thought that delay wake up was going to affect Guile a lot, but it's not really.
Right. Okay. So it's rumored that there's going to be yet another rebalance, with the new year, probably. If there is, what would you like to see in that rebalance? Who do you think needs the biggest nerfs? Who do you think needs to be buffed?
I can't say who should be nerfed or who should be buffed, honestly, because I don't know every character like that, but Guile in particular, his upside down kick still whiffs when it's supposed to be fixed.
Right.
And that's my biggest issue, actually. And another thing, his health, I thought it was unnecessary. Like, the biggest problem I have with Street Fighter is why do female characters hit harder than the actual males?
Right.
Like Sakura, C Viper, they hit harder than Guile, and never understood that. But I mean, it's their game, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, Guile, his health nerf, I thought was unnecessary, and I just didn't think Guile deserved to be nerfed. You know, it's not like we were doing broken things to like win. You know, I honestly thought it was well deserved, but Capcom may have thought otherwise. You know, I'm not gonna. It's their judgment, so.
You've been to several events on the Pro Tour this year. Would you like to see anything changed for next year after Capcom Cup moving into 2015?
I think the online tournaments is poorly ran. You know, there's not much thought put into that one. But overall, everything else is really good. Like, but actually on the West Coast, they have so much PAX tournaments and con tournaments that it's not fair for the other players, you know? And like there was this one PAX tournament where it was invite only. I'm like, what? You know, it's like, but the PAX tournaments, I don't understand that. Like,
yeah,
it's such small tournaments, and like it gives the West Coast such much more advantage because there's more over on the West Coast. On the East Coast, you know, it's not much.
Would you say that the West Coast events have been better run, like than the East Coast events? Would you say better attended, better, like just more hyped up in general?
Well, I think hype comes from the players, but every event has its ups and downs. You know, this event in particular was really good. It was well ran. Everything's on time actually.
Yeah.
And yeah, every event has the ups and downs. You can't really say which one's bad and which one's not. You know, everyone has their own opinions. But yeah.
Do you think that, you know, a tournament with lower participants like the Fall Classic, you know, it had only like 220 people or so enter, versus a bigger tournament like CEO, you know, other events like Evo, 2,000 people? Do you think that this is like an easier event to make to the top 16, top 8, you know, etc.? Do you think it's easier to get up there, or do you just have to go through less randoms?
Like I said, it depends on the players that come. Like the Fall Classic had a lot of good people, especially from Japan, and you can have small entrants, but it depends on how many good players are there. So, you know, there will be more pride winning a tournament with 40 people with 15 killers than 200 people with like, you know, 7 or 8 good players. So it all depends on who's there. But the Fall Classic in particular, it's actually quite big for the East Coast. You know, the events you compare to CEO and Evo, that's just on another level, you know.
That's true.
But, you know, the Fall Classic, this is only the second year, so they're still in progress.
Building phase.
Yes. And they're doing really well.
Great. Okay, so before I let you go, you know, obviously you gotta get food before top 16 starts tonight. So, you know, do you have any closing words or shout outs to the community, anything you'd like to say?
Shout out to everyone that support me. Shout out to my family. Shout out to my girlfriend, and yeah. Hope you guys can continue to support me because I really need it.
Right on. Well, you know, thank you, Nuckledu, for the interview. Thank you, of course. And this has been Dustin Steiner from Esports Max at the Fall Classic 2014. You can follow us on Twitter at Esports Max. You can follow me at Get Steinered. Follow Nuckledu at Nuckledu with an N, not with a K. He doesn't like that. Don't ever spell it that way. He's very angry about that. See, make a grr face. Grr.
Grr.
There it is. He doesn't like that. Okay, so, you know, like I said, follow us for the rest of our coverage, and thank you.